press.
But you're really just learning how to walk. So that's
sway. Still, nothing's happening. I'm swiping down.
Good morning, Vietnam.
Okay, we got that. We're in. All right, fuck. Let's go. Cool. So, fucking, we got Pariah Pete today. And this is the first time I've ever done an intro. So, it's Pariah Pete
Why would
on
Seinfeld intro? Come on, man.
Oh, no, I edit that in. So, it's very low key in the beginning. And then later, post, yeah.
Dope.
There'll be music
Post-edit
over all
stuff.
this. Exactly. Yeah, yeah. Cool. So, you want to talk about your video?
Yeah.
You just released a video today, right?
Yeah, so I just dropped a video for Take Your Time, which is like the love song of the album.
Right.
Which has been like the like most universal song that I've dropped like this year, and then also just like the fan favorite off the album. So
Yeah.
I started off with the Young music video, which is like more the hype song, more like the turn up shit for like
Right.
when I go perform. And then Take Your Time, like we wanted to go with like a completely different route where like I was acting and we had a female lead actor, and then also my homeboy Saya, who's on the track, he's acting. So basically like the whole synopsis of the video or the concept or whatever is this girl is leading us both on, and we're like we're both trying to get with her, so on and so forth. And then at the end, she's actually like participating in a love triangle where she leads us both on. Neither of us get the girl, and the whole time she was playing us, she was actually cheating on her girlfriend at the end.
Oh my
which is
god,
very
the layers, dude. That's nuts.
Yeah. So
wow,
it's been super dope, especially just like the reception for it's been awesome. This was the first time I worked with someone who isn't Garen Chadwick. So Garen Chadwick did like all the 20 pounds videos.
Right.
Did the
He did Young,
music
right?
video. Yeah, exactly. And so this was the first.
He also
time
did like those graffiti videos, right?
Yeah, Graffiti
Did you ever
Mansion.
see that fucking Graffiti Mansion video? It's like
Yeah,
it was
dude,
a
he's
viral video, right?
Yeah, no, literally like when Fortnite was like at its peak, like Ninja literally posted it on his Twitch stream.
Oh, really?
Like, Garen
Yeah,
Chadwick
yeah.
was on a Twitch
He fucking
stream.
shot it, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. And so, yeah, this was the first time, because he moved to LA, so that's how we did the
Right.
Young videos. Like, I helped him move out there, and then we stayed for a week to film it.
That's super
Oh,
cool.
cool.
That sounds like fun.
So this was the first time I worked with someone else, so I was, like, kind of nervous at first, but everything came out, like, fucking excellent. Like, way better than I could have ever expected, and all that. So I'm very happy about the video. And then also, it's already done today in 6 hours, like what the Young video did in 24 hours.
Oh, wow.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
And so it's
That's
just,
so
like,
cool.
New steps up, especially because this is all on my new channel. Like, the 20 pounds channel was already popping. Like, we were about to hit 1,000 subscribers. Like, I had to start back from 0. So it's like, yeah.
So 20 Pounds was a group that he, I don't want to say founded, but
Well, yeah, co-founded.
co-founded.
So,
Yeah, he co-founded like a group there, which is
Yeah.
actually how I found him. Because
Oh.
I think literally one day I was like, Arizona rappers, fucking. Besides like all the cholo like Cardinals, hey, you know, like
Bro,
shit straight up,
that's
right?
literally,
Yeah.
That's literally what pops up when
When you type in Arizona rapper.
Arizona rapper. I've
100%.
seen these videos.
Yeah, so have I. So
I've seen these
I clicked on them just because it was so
Cardinals
ridiculous.
fucking
Yeah, yeah, and it's like tons of people and shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck
So-
the Raiders, like shit, like it's so silly. It's
20
funny.
Pounds was a collective of 4 rappers and 3 producers that existed from 2017 to 2019. And that was pretty
For the
much
Wikipedia page.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? R.I.P.
Yeah.
For real though, like I don't regret a single moment of it. That was like awesome. Like we're cemented in history for the shit that
Oh
we
yeah,
did.
definitely.
Sold out Rebel Lounge in 2017 and then sold out Crescent Ballroom. So we became the second
nice.
group in Arizona besides Injury Reserve, who's right now like on tour and
Yeah,
on
doing crazy
Anthony
shit.
Fantano and like all this popping shit.
They do like a lot of overseas tour and they just like
Yeah.
rake in all the cash from
Yeah.
being like
So
fucking a big
20
artist
Pounds
there.
and Injury
And here.
Reserve are the only people that ever sold out Crescent Ballroom as far as like the rap genre goes in Phoenix.
Nice.
So,
And they did it as fucking kids, dude. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm about to turn 20 in like 3 days.
Oh,
but
wow.
Right?
I was
Imagine, dude.
18 when that show. No, I was 18 when that show happened. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That
it's
was
crazy.
August 10th.
Yeah.
Were you still in high school or after?
No, I graduated in 2017. I just had graduated high school when we sold out Rebel Lounge, which was like our first
Oh, wow.
group show.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to curse, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
I bet.
We literally talk about the stupidest show in the world. You
Man,
can do
fuck,
whatever
fuck.
you want. Yeah.
No,
Asshole.
literally with the Rebel Lounge show, like we weren't even expecting to sell it out. Our first goal as a group, dude, was to sell 50 tickets total.
Dang.
And
Imagine selling 50 tickets
Yeah.
as a metal artist.
dude, I ended,
That's like a godsend if you sell fucking 50 tickets.
I ended up selling 50 tickets in the first week of promotion, and then by the time the show came around, I did 120, and like the whole show was sold out.
Damn.
Like,
That's so crazy.
everyone else. Like,
That's for the
pitched in.
group or your?
So
First
I
one?
did 120. Jalopy did like 140 for that show.
Wow.
Damn.
And then Mastermind and Mastermind and Shrubhead did their thing.
Yeah.
Are they all doing their own thing now? That you guys are broken up?
Yeah. So we all went solo. So first, like Jalopy Bungus left the group, and then like we were kind of just like, okay, that's one member. Like we've already built up such a name.
You
and,
bounce
like,
back problems.
Yeah, exactly. Like we've already done so much. Like we don't want to abandon the brand and the name because it was like bigger than us as individual rappers. Like 20 Pounds was like a whole movement. It was like a part of the culture.
Also, you guys were doing like fucking like those
The house shows?
No, not even the house shows. You guys were Jalopy was doing like the battle rapping, like for like Team Backpack and shit like that, right? Like big fucking battle rapping things.
Yeah,
so, like,
and we were just like pushing forward the culture truly. Like,
yeah, so they were
raising
attached
the
to
bar.
so many like big like actual things that were going on.
Yeah, we were headlining
As a
the
group.
Arizona Hip Hop Festival in 2018.
Yeah, a lot of crazy shit.
Yeah. That's why I say like I don't regret a single moment of it. But
that's cool.
Good experience for sure.
Yeah,
Fuck
dude,
yeah.
And I learned so much and I grew so much as a human and an artist.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying inside and outside the studio, which is most important.
Mm-hmm.
And so when he first left the group for like his own reasons or whatever, we're like, okay, like we're gonna keep it pushing. And then like a month goes on, and like I'm literally sitting there with the two other rappers, so it was us three, and I just like realized how like different headspaces we were all in at the time. Like I'm over here like, okay, I'm trying to like fucking bounce back like harder than ever. Like I just had sold out 51 West, which I sold like 120 tickets for.
Yeah.
So like that was already like another sold out show, X 20 Pounds or whatever. And then like Shrubhead is feeling his own way about it, and Mastermind was feeling his own way about it. And I was like, I feel like it's just best if we all go our own way now. And it's still like all love. I still kick it with them regularly. Still
That's
make
cool.
music.
It doesn't sound like it ended on bad terms.
Yeah,
Right,
not
yeah.
at all. Not at all. So yeah, we all just decided to go solo. And before 20 Pounds, I was only doing the music shit, like publicly promoting myself as an artist for like 6 months. So literally...
Oh wow, that's crazy, dude.
Dude, the entire time I was doing music, like I was Pariah Pete of 20 Pounds.
Yeah.
So like the whole like going solo was like a complete transformation for me where I had to like shed old skin. But like now I'm thriving, dude. Like I just sold out Pub Rock last month.
That's really cool. Hell yeah.
By myself, sold 260 tickets in 14 days.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Could you imagine,
Hustle.
dude? Could you imagine?
Because from the world we come from, like
Yeah.
if you sell like 50
If you sell
tickets
15,
as a band,
15 tickets.
yeah, as a fucking band, you're like, holy shit.
Oh, thank God. I can play.
Because a lot of shows, a lot of the promoters for metal shows are like kind of shitty.
Yeah.
And like, if you
Yeah.
don't sell a certain amount, you basically have to buy
pay.
the tickets
Yeah.
to play.
Pay to
Yeah,
play,
It's
yep.
stupid.
The rap world does the same shit, but that's for like openers. Which like I wish I would open more, but I really don't get into those type of gigs because it's always some shit like that. Like oh,
Exactly,
you have to sell 50 or you owe us money. Like
Yeah,
now that with the whole
ridiculous.
Pub Rock show, I literally like put down the deposit by myself. I met with booking agent by myself. I put down the openers by myself. Like I already showed and proved to myself and to the scene that I could do it. Just like handling my business as an artist and as a businessman.
Yeah, I think
So
that's
it's
really
like,
cool.
why would
Yeah.
I fall in that loophole of like potentially not making money or like breaking even or whatever? Because at the end of the day, it is a business. Although that's not the only thing that matters. It's like still like
Big point, big part of it.
Yeah.
You know
You have
what
to
I
be able
mean?
to stay alive.
Exactly,
Yeah,
and not
absolutely.
only just that, just to be able to continue to make your art. You know,
yeah,
like,
and
it's, you know.
especially because like shit's becoming like more expensive as my platform continues to rise.
Exactly.
Like, those shirts, bro. Like
Yeah.
they're the next level premium shirts. Those-
Actually, I think this is next level. If you want to feel how nice this shirt
Is it?
Different.
Yeah.
yeah.
They're soft as hell. It's
Super
literally
soft.
like the highest quality shirt that the print shop had to offer. Like that's not fucking cheap, dude.
Yeah.
And I was doing 4 different colorways with a front and a back design, and on the
Yeah.
back has 5 different colors. So because of all of those features, and because they're all packaged, and I ordered the stickers
The
and
stickers
business
and the
cards
cards,
for
yeah.
all of them,
That's crazy.
shit was not fucking cheap. So like
That's really cool though. It's cool, like for me, I'm so attracted to that, and seeing you and all the other guys do that shit because it's so stupid to not do it that way in a way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like,
Yeah,
like
I
it's
just-
very cool to see it actually be done. To be
Yeah.
like, oh, it is fucking possible. Like you
Yeah.
just put your assets together and figure it out. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's really cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've just always really cared about like professionalism because I want to be like treated like taken seriously.
Exactly. Yeah, and you're
so
not
therefore I need to take myself seriously.
exactly. You're only gonna be taking it serious as you take yourself for
Yeah,
sure.
exactly. So that's why like I go above and beyond with the music videos, like
Yeah.
whether it's a few hundred or like a couple thousand, like whatever it is, like I'm all about just like reinvesting. So like all the Pub Rock money that I made, I didn't spend a dime off those fucking tickets. All the merch money that I made, I don't spend a dime off it. I just put it all into that business account, which is literally used for reinvestment purposes, either music
That's
video,
cool.
booking my next show, travel expenses, or the next like launch of merch.
That's smart.
It's really,
Yeah.
really, really smart.
So
Did you did that come from like talking to people in the scene like from a younger age, or
the
was that something
professionalism?
just the way that you handled everything? Like say like, was there a point where you like did a lot of people come to you and be like, oh, you should save your money, like
Most
yeah,
people
play
aren't
this shit?
Not
100%, yeah.
Not really, not to take away from any of the like, because I have a couple OGs like in the business world that have put me on to shit.
Exactly.
But they put me on to like different aspects of the business. Like, okay,
Yeah.
when you go and do these venues, since you're bringing in like 250 people, like your value and your worth is like, okay, I want also 8% of the bar sales because I'm bringing in people to drink and they're making money off
Right,
that, so therefore
right.
I should be making a percentage. So I've had OGs put me on game like that, but as far as
Like directly getting advice, right?
saving and shit.
Yeah.
I've just always been like kind of money savvy, just because like
That's cool.
growing up, like I didn't have much.
Did you learn that from your
skills.
parents or anything like that?
No, that's the thing is like my mom doesn't know how to fucking save
Yeah.
money at all. Like my mom's 60 years old, still check to check type shit,
Yeah.
and then my father's never been in my life,
Uh,
so it's literally the lack of money was like okay when I did make money off of like $20 for like doing the weeds in the yard or like whatever the fuck
Mhm.
it was. Like even as a kid, I like saved up and I bought my first Xbox.
That's cool.
Just off like
That's crazy.
allowance money or Christmas money that I saved over like a year and a half. So like I've always been like kind of keen on the whole like money aspect. So
Mm.
even like before the music shit, like all the checks that I was making, because I've had a consistent job since I was 15. I've
Crazy.
always saved money.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I would say I'm pretty decent with my money too, and I learned it from
Yeah.
my brother, my older brother.
Yeah.
He went to school for accounting and stuff, so he's obviously good
Yeah.
with money. But it's funny you say you saved money from like chores and stuff like that, because I remember in high school when I started playing drums,
Mhm.
the first pair of double bass pedals I ever bought, I had to save up for, and I would get $10 a week for lunch from my parents. So for like
That's
half a
nice.
year, I didn't eat lunch. I just
love that.
pocketed the 10
I
Yeah.
love that shit, bro.
Dude, I did
bought
this-
my first pair of double bass
Yeah.
pedals.
I did the same thing, but I didn't buy anything cool with them. Yeah, I told my dad, I was like, oh, it's like $2 for lunch every day. So he would give me $2, but it was really like 75 cents or whatever.
Yeah.
I think I saved up like $42 and bought like a BB gun. like
That's
a
the same
fat
thing.
BB gun.
Yeah.
No, but it was funny because he was like, he took me to go get it. He was like, where the fuck did this money come from? I was like, I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, my first instrument too, like I did save up for that. And I bought a bass. And then that bass I sold and turned into a guitar. And then, been playing guitar for fucking 10 years.
I mean, that's just like far more gratifying when it's like, okay, like I worked hard for this, I saved
Yeah.
this, I took time with this. Now, when you get that item, you're just gonna appreciate it that more. Just like recently when I finally got my own like place, I have my own apartment now.
Congrats, cool.
Thank you, appreciate that.
Yeah.
Appreciate
It's
that.
fucking tight.
I spent a whole year like couch surfing before I even got to that
Yeah.
because my mom moved out of Arizona with like a month warning. She was like,
Wow.
hey, so I'm going to Toronto.
Fucking Toronto? Shit.
That's where all my fam's at.
Oh, really?
it's like,
Okay.
You're going to either come with me or you're going to figure it out. And I fucking figured it out. And I was like
That's cool.
crashing on couches. I was sleeping on floors. I stayed in a trap house for a little bit, which was the most unhealthy environment I've ever lived in.
Was it like a dirty trap house? Like a trap house?
No, it was both.
Oh, really?
Dude, so literally, there were like 2 dogs there, not potty trained, so dirty as in
Oh, yeah.
physical dog shit when you walk in.
That's good.
Of course.
The last place you take any sort of lady.
Unless she's a dog.
And then also there were like people staying there who were like selling drugs and they had, protection
Right, yeah.
for those type of situations. And I was also
That's crazy.
taking care of a coworker at the time, which was a girl. And so that was like the 1 month.
Was she sick a lot?
Was she sick?
Oh,
Oh no!
What do you mean?
No, like she didn't have a place to go either.
Oh, okay.
And so
okay.
like I've already been doing that for 6 months. So I was like, oh hey, like you could just crash with me because I don't
Crazy,
fucking
dude.
crush on her, and I was like love and lust driven. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
yeah.
So I let her stay with me for the 2 months that I was staying there. So I didn't I had my own room, but I was always staying with her at that moment. So it was just a very unhealthy environment, very toxic, and then we ended up getting raided by the police and evicted.
Jesus. Really?
Yeah, and that was the week of
Did
fucking.
you lose all your shit when the police raided?
Nah, they just fucked everything up. They didn't fuck up my room at all because because I didn't really have shit. They still fucked it up. They still moved shit around. They broke my mirror or whatever.
Wow.
But the rest of the house, they were really going through. Because I don't know if you guys ever been raided, but they really fuck shit up.
Were you there when it happened, or was it when you were gone?
Well, I was in cuffs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so you were at the house when they
Yeah.
fucking...
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was
I was
that night
crazy.
or?
Dude, it was during the night, and I was supposed to fucking be at work, and I got that shift covered. And
Wow.
I was taking a nap because I was tired as fuck. I fell asleep at 7 o'clock, and then I woke up at 9 o'clock to just like banging on the door, and then my homie who was on the lease, he's like, yo Pete, like cops are here, blah blah blah. He ended up opening up the door like hella late, so they already had like literal guns drawn because a gun went off.
Oh shit,
so,
that's crazy.
Basically, we're all in cuffs for like 8 hours until like 4 a.m. And then it was a very weird, suspect situation that I won't finish the story, but we all got let off.
Wow, that's crazy.
When there was like a lot of illegal shit that went on, like on both parties, and so yeah.
Is this all in Phoenix?
Yeah.
What area?
23rd Ave and the 101.
Oh, okay.
So it was like right next to 19th Avenue Union, right next to DV Park, which is like a pretty popular area for like Shrubhead and Jalopy. Like they all like grew up around that area. And shit.
Crazy.
So I was staying in that area for a little bit.
How did you guys all meet?
Facebook, dude.
Oh really?
Yeah, literally Facebook.
You guys rap like that kind of shit, or like?
So Jalopy and like Okay, so Jalopy already been doing his thing since like fucking like 20. I don't even want to say it wrong. 2011 maybe 2012.
Are you guys all the same age?
I was the youngest in the group, so they're all like a year or two older than me.
Okay.
But not much.
Yeah, I mean pretty much same age, yeah. And so they already been doing their thing. They were already homies. Like Shrub and Jalopy met in like 8th grade.
Yeah.
Because like Jalopy fucking tripped him in class.
Oh really?
And then they
That's
literally
funny.
became friends, dude. And they've been like brothers ever since. That's
That's
fucking
cool.
awesome story.
Yeah.
And then he was already like connected with the scene because they were already like trying to do like Club Red shows at like 16.
Oh wow, that's nice.
Where like they were performing in front of 15, 10 people type shit. They were already just trying to get their foot in the door. And me, in the meantime, I was not involved with the scene, but like I wrote my first song in 4th grade, so like I was always like envisioning myself as like doing what I do now and like even beyond this. But it was just I wasn't like getting myself out there until my senior year of high school is when I started taking it seriously. And like I don't know how I saw it or how I was friends with Jalopy, but he like made a post about him like hosting a cypher and for all these rappers to send in their audition.
Right.
And I ended up getting like 4th place.
That's
and
cool.
I got placed in the same group, which all those members later became a part of 20 Pounds. It was Shrubhead, Mastermind, and Knowledge Nick, and Pariah Pete.
That's crazy.
Hosted by Jalopy Bungus. And all those members ended up becoming a part of 20 Pounds, including Skates and Crust. So
That's
it was
crazy.
like... And
So Crust has been there from the beginning?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Me and Crust came up with the idea together.
Oh really?
Yeah, so
that's so crazy.
I came up with the initial like members, and he came up with like the name.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's crazy.
Yeah, he's my roommate now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
That's
and like one of my go-to producers. He had tracks 2 and 3 on Mercury.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's crazy. Yeah. I had never really heard about Crust until.
dude, because he's behind the scenes. He don't.
He's very behind the scenes.
I literally asked him tonight. I was like, "Yo, like, are you trying to come to this podcast with me?" Because I've done a lot of interviews since I dropped Mercury and shit. So it's like, if I'm with a homie and I'm about to go do something, I'm like, "Yo, you want to come with me? Like, maybe you could chime in, like, if you want." Yeah. He was like, "Dude, he's a fucking old grandpa." He's like 7:30. He's like, "Nah, dude."
That's
me.
Bro. That's him.
I
Yeah.
get up at 4:30 for work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
this is straining for
Dude,
him.
okay, so he gets up at 5, but get this, his alarm starts going off at 5, and he doesn't get up till 6. And dude,
I don't know how people can do that.
Dude, his
Really?
alarm
I do
is
that. I do that.
torturing yourself.
I do
his
that.
alarm is.
You get better sleep when you're like when you know you shouldn't be sleeping.
My roommate gets up early like I do, but
Yeah.
he doesn't leave till like literally like 5 minutes after I leave. But his alarm is going off for like 40
3
minutes.
a.m.
I'm like,
or
just
whatever.
fucking
Dude, I hate that shit. I hate
Sleep.
that shit. I fucking hate it. I used to do it.
No, it feels better. It feels better to sleep when you know you're not supposed to be sleeping.
No.
For
To be
me,
honest,
I mean,
bullshit.
you're just like, I'm breaking the rules.
I understand it because I did the same thing for school, but it would,
Yeah,
it
right,
would be
yeah,
like
yeah,
15 or 20 minutes, dude.
Yeah,
It was
not
No,
an
fuck
hour.
that. Yeah, I'll do an
You're
hour and a half,
torturing
bro.
yourself for an hour.
Dude, bro, if I had my phone, you would see like 30 alarms set for tomorrow. Like,
yeah,
I just, you know what I mean?
I be doing the same shit, but I
Right.
be just turning them off.
Oh no, yeah,
I
I'll
let
snooze
it
the
run.
fuckers. Yeah, no,
I
no,
don't
I'm
let
not.
it
Yeah,
run.
I'm not
You're
gonna let
saying
it
you
run.
would just
Dude.
let it go forever?
Dude, he literally just
Sleep
lets
through
you
it?
go because the shit's on his desk on the other side of the room, and he'll just be sleeping, knocked out. And it's funny because my sleeping schedule's fucked, bro.
Really? Same, dude. I fell asleep
So-
at 6 in the morning today.
Dude,
So I mean,
I'd already been at work for
yeah, like 2 hours.
no, the past few days I've been doing like 6 to 8 a.m.
Seriously?
Yeah, and
shit.
then waking up at like noon. So I
Same, yeah. I
Yeah,
woke up at noon today.
Yeah, I relate to that shit heavy.
Yeah.
But
Just
like
fucking
so,
happened for it, to be
so
honest.
I'll be up or I'll be like trying to go to sleep, and it's just his alarms going fucking bonkers.
That sucks, dude.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's trash. But shout out.
You ever sleep with
Cross, dude.
earplugs?
Fuck no. No, dude. I just want to buy
Not a
these.
bitch, dude.
No, like just like the little foam ones.
Yeah, nah, I've never even thought about that.
Earplugs?
I should.
Good.
You know what's
It's good.
funny is my engineer, like my audio engineer, my mix and master, my recording dude. Every single time he goes to a show, he's the only motherfucker at a rap show that
Plugs
does
them in.
it. But yeah, he puts the plugs in because
Yeah,
that's
I've seen
like
that.
those are his assets, bro.
Yeah.
Like his ears.
True, yeah,
It's
yeah.
literally how he makes money. Like he doesn't have a 9 to 5, so it's like he takes care of that shit.
That's so
And it's
cool,
just
dude, to be
funny.
able to have a job like that. That's just like, it's what you
Yeah.
want to do.
It's like, who's gonna talk shit to that? I mean,
Yeah.
Literally. Shout out fucking John Sullivan, man. He makes and mastered all of Mercury.
All of it? Wow. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, and he does an excellent job. He's so efficient, dude. Like literally, while you're already like putting down vocals, he's already like editing like your last take, or he's like already like your input, your feedback's already coming in with equalizer and
Wow. It's like
compression.
pre-tweaking?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
that's
already
crazy.
has the presets. So when you're already recording, it already sounds like the After Effects. Type
Wow,
shit.
that's
so
crazy.
it kind of just helps with like.
Creativity?
Yeah, or just like inflection and
Okay.
tone and all that, because like
That's
you're
so
not
cool.
you're not just getting back raw vocals. You're getting back like how it's gonna sound like 80% of the way. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So
That's
it's super
crazy.
dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fucking awesome. He's been, you know, De La Prime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, De La Prime's like my favorite, my number one rapper in Arizona. He's been working with De La Prime since like high school type.
Oh,
shit.
wow.
Yeah, so
That's
he's been
crazy.
doing his thing for like 10 years. Went to school for all that shit. He's fucking
Yeah.
he's dope.
Yeah, that's crazy. No, the hip-hop world is so different than the fucking metal world. It's,
I don't know anything about it until. I mean,
Yeah.
all the stuff
Yeah.
you're saying is brand new to me.
as
Yeah,
somebody
dude.
like to hear that brand new, is it
Dude,
crazy?
Dude, the rap
How
world
different
in
it is?
Phoenix
It's interesting.
dope.
Yeah.
I love
It is very cool, dude.
I
Yeah.
fucking love it because I go to places like LA and I like connect with people out there, and they'll be like not envious, but like they'll just be like, damn, like
It's like that out there?
like y'all have love out there.
Yeah.
Like LA is like every other place I've connected. I reached out to this random girl from like Charlotte, I think, because I liked her song and I just DM'd her, yo, that song's dope. And then we just got into a conversation, and I'm always curious, what's the local scene like out there? Blah blah. She's like, oh, crabs in a bucket. LA people,
Mhm.
crabs in a bucket. I linked with a Vegas artist like 2 weeks ago. He was saying the same exact shit, bro. So it's like, I love what Phoenix got going
Yeah,
on.
that's really cool, dude. Yeah, like, because how do you think that happened out here? You know?
I
Like,
don't even know. Just like I don't even know.
because yeah, and because the thing is, like, I mean,
Just
I'm 27, right? So I've
Yeah.
been like, I've had my toes dipped in both for like a long time, but
yeah.
like, I remember like a long time when like Arizona music was just like, it was almost like that where it was crabs in a bucket as well. Like it was
Yeah.
very competitive, you know.
Yeah.
And then just all of a sudden, people were like, "Oh, fucking, let's all hang out. Like, we're doing this together."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, even as an outsider, like going to shows and shit like that, like I'll go to a place and everybody's super nice. Like
Yeah.
they're just
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, I do this, and this is how I got here." And like just like the shit you're talking about now, like I feel like you talk to artists who are doing like bigger things, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, like I just did it. I'm good." You know what I mean? Like they won't tell you how to do it, and I feel like that's really important to like younger kids and like other people who want to do it to be like, "Oh, that's." Like, it's not just a fucking, like, switch that you flip. Like, there's a lot of work that goes into it.
Yeah,
And,
absolutely.
yeah, like,
It's
a lot of
very
people don't.
slow flick.
Yeah,
of the
100%.
switch.
Yeah, yeah, but it's so doable. It's crazy. Like, I think somebody had posted about, like, what was that? There's, like, a really small venue here that you can make, like, a lot of money off
Big
of.
Illinois.
Yeah, like just, like, little shit like that. Like, what is, like, 500 down or something
Dude,
for, like, no, really?
$150.
What's the return
That's
on that?
15 tickets, bro, and it's a 150 max cap.
Right.
So that, AKA, that's 1,300 pretty much profit.
Could you imagine that? You drop $120 and make, like, if you can pack it, like, that's so crazy, dude. And
Yeah,
that can kickstart a career if you play that right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, literally, when I sold it out in March, that funded my whole entire album
Exactly.
process, which is
That's so cool.
40 an hour. Like, that's not cheap by any means. And, like, I literally funded the whole shit off of that one show.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so.
That's so cool.
I mean, I always try to, like, help out with, if someone, like, reaches out to me and, like, actually wants to know shit like that, like, I'm always willing to help them guide them in the
that's
right
really cool.
direction. So it's like they can start taking their shit seriously.
And everyone's like that, dude. Because I've talked to like Crust a little bit on the site, which is funny that when you're saying that he's a grandpa, because like I talked to him and I was like, damn, this guy's real quiet, dude. But he was super nice. He was super friendly. And then like I've talked to Corey Edwards like tons of times, and he's always
Yeah.
super helpful, super nice.
Yeah.
Like everybody's
like,
so
all,
cool.
for the most part, like all of us that are like a part of that community and that scene, like want to see everyone else shine.
Yeah,
And,
yeah,
like,
and you could feel it, like
Yeah.
it's not just like fake, like oh yeah.
exactly, and that's why it's
Those people.
genuine, and that's why it's working, and that's why like when you say that you go to these shows, those are the type of people that are just like attracted to us, or we are attracting. So
Right,
therefore,
yeah.
It is genuine energy, and it's
Yeah.
not like motherfuckers thinking that they're like cool
Yeah,
like,
it's
standing still. Like people come,
right.
literally people come to have a good time. And that's
Yeah.
like why you're supposed to.
Yeah, it's almost like you're hanging out, basically,
Literally,
right?
like a kickback.
It's really hard to. It's so interesting to explain coming from the metal world because like there's so many times where you're like, oh, dude, you should come see my friend, or you should come see this guy. Like I know this dude, he's in a band, he's cool. And then they get there and it is that you're just standing around. You're like, oh, this is kind of cool. You know, like you'll get every once in a while people are like, oh, this is awesome, but like. It's so weird, like, to have gone to these shows, and, like, I went to a lot of injury reserve shows when they were starting out, dude.
That's dope.
And I was telling everybody, I was like, bro, you guys gotta come to these shows. They mosh, dude. It's like a fucking metal show. Like, it's so much fun, and there's the vibe. And
is moshing at rap shows?
Yes, dude. Dude, I've been to crazier mosh pits in rap shows.
When do you mosh at a rap show?
Just for the most hype songs.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Really?
Dude.
I had a couple of people moshing at my pub rock show. And I don't even.
And it's not Pussy Riot. Like this is like fucking like 80s thrash like mosh pits.
Yo,
like they're
like
heavy, dude. There's circle pits. It's cool.
I can't imagine that. It's weird.
Like
it's really cool.
all last weekend, I was like just at 2 shows at 51 West back-to-back nights, where like literally my knee has been like slightly fucked up since. I was going too crazy or some shit.
And it happens.
And at my show, when people were moshing on the second to last song, bro, I literally told someone to chill because he like threw this girl, bro, and like. I've performed my songs so many times, and like I have a not a small catalog, but a decent catalog where it's like I don't have thousands of songs that every single night like I'm going up and doing like a new order. Like for the most part, I know the order I'm going in. I've already done these songs so, like 100 times. And so while I was performing Jansport, bro, like this guy throws this girl, and I was like, hey yo, chill. And then
it's such a chill song too. It's very like
I went right back in. I went right back into my bars just because like I've already become that self-aware.
Right. You get the little pockets.
Exactly. So I can literally like pull away from the lyrics and like, hey yo, chill. Have fun, but chill. And then I go back in my
jam.
That's literally yeah.
That's so funny, dude.
But
yeah,
people mosh at shows, bro. It's fun.
Yeah, dude. I went to Camp Flogna and we saw Playboy Cardi, dude. I was wearing a white t-shirt on a lawn, which was a terrible idea. So it's a big lawn, right? By the time the set was like halfway through, the floor was like fucking dirt, dude, because everybody had stomped the grass away from the mosh pit, and I like was covered and fucking my shirt was brown because it was white and it was covered, and I had to run out and hit my inhaler and then run back in, dude. Yeah, it was nuts. It was the craziest fucking mosh pit I've ever been in my life.
Yeah,
and I've seen tons of fucking metal shows, dude. Like
it's high key, like kind of changed the whole game because like now when you want to go to, or now when you're performing, like you want people either like just jumping up and down or moshing. Yeah, and that's like people like Kill Stacy, Lil Prada. I don't know if you know them. They do that shit fucking great because they do like really like hype, just like street, just like kind of ignorant shit. So it's like
just to get the energy up, right?
With the thumping 808 and like the higher tempo BPM songs, so, like they master that shit. So that kind of changed the game for people like me.
The genre is really interesting right now, for sure. Yeah,
it is. So that kind of changed the game for people like me who like I do like more like lyrical shit over boom bap inspired. Even though I don't even like saying that, but that's how people like
perceive you.
Yeah, that's how people perceive me. So when I do songs like Young or like On Me or like some of the songs off Mercury, like motherfuckers are like moshing. So like that's like a gratifying feeling. It's like okay.
Yeah, that's true. I have seen like people who do more lyrical stuff also get mosh pits as well.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Huh. Yeah. So when you're writing, like for this album that you wrote, did you have a concept in mind, like going into it, or? Yeah, it's kind of like like I've told you, it's like biographical kind of, but it's very like relatable. It's all super relatable stuff. Like you wrote it right. I'm staring at you, but yeah, like. It's really cool. Like when you went into it, did you kind of have these songs like backlogged for a long time, or?
Not really. It was just like a collection. Okay, so Mercury went through. So the album's named Mercury, and so Mercury.
After the car.
Yeah. So Mercury went through a lot of different evolutions and transformations. For instance, I've had the idea since I first had the car in 2015. I had a different version of it in 2017 that I wanted to drop during 20 Pounds, and then 2018 is when late 2018 is when I actually started working on it. So the Mercury that we have today is from like December of 2018 to like April of this year.
Cool.
And it was just like the best material that I created in that time span. So basically the whole reason it's called Mercury is because like it's after my first car ever. My 1987 Mercury Marquis, which was like my baby. I cherished it. It was a fucking beautiful white car with beautiful interior, like only 50,000 miles, and I only bought it for $1,500, which is a fucking steal.
Yeah.
Dude, like I'll show you pictures after the podcast. Like this shit was in great ass condition.
That's crazy.
I did my first music video in it and all that shit. And then so 2 days after I dropped that music video, I was like going through a green light, and a drunk driver ran a red light, and he fucking totaled my shit, bro.
That sucks, dude.
And that was like the catalyst of like my world completely falling apart, as in like I got broken up with, and then I graduated high school, so I'm new to the adult life. My mom moved out of state, so I'm couch surfing. Like, it was so much to handle.
There's one thing after another,
dude,
right?
It was so much to handle, and even like losing the car was like emotionally damaging rather than physical like harm.
Did you get hurt?
Yeah, I got hurt. My neck. Insurance, baby.
Yeah, right.
No, yeah. I mean, my neck was kind of fucked up. I milked this shit.
That's funny. I've always thought about it. If I ever get in a car accident, I'd probably try to milk it.
Dude, milk it. Say your neck hurts. Go to the chiropractor, rack up the bill. You get a fatter reimbursement or whatever.
That's crazy.
And
cool.
so yeah, all those things happen. And then even up until this year when like 20 pounds broke up. So it was just like a full 180 of just like growing up. Like I always resisted change because like change was always happening in my house, and I was too young to learn how to adapt and like how to embrace change. And so like all those negative events, like I just turned into something positive, which was this album where it was like I wasn't meaning for it to be biographical. I wasn't meaning to storytell for a lot of it, but it was like that all happened unconsciously because I was going through so much.
That's cool.
So like Eyes Wide Shut is like the oldest song on there, which was like that was written 2 days after we got raided by the police, evicted, and I was sleeping on Shrubhead's floor the week we had a sold out show at Crescent Ballroom. So it was like the internal of what was going on in here did not match the external. Even like I have no home, I'm sleeping on the floor, we just got raided. I have a sold out show on Friday. Like there were so many things that like weren't matching up, which is like what like the whole fucking theme and concept of Eyes Wide Shut comes from. Yeah. And then all the other songs, bro, were all just like literal like moments and like captures of time and just like little capsules of like what I was going through at that very moment. And that's why so much of it came off like relatable, which like I was worried about. I didn't realize I made an album like that until I started playing it for my friends, and I was like, damn, like this shit's like really honest and really open, and like I don't know how people are gonna perceive it. And then it turned out that like everyone like found it relatable and like it like liked the honesty and the openness and the vulnerability, and they appreciated that because they could feel it's real. So it was like the fucking the reception for it's been like amazing and phenomenal, and it completely like elevated my platform and my career to like a whole new level I would have never expected. So I've been super grateful for it all.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Especially because there was so much behind it and so much time that was put into it and so much bullshit that went into it.
Right. So
it's beautiful to see that all like manifest into like progress and like actual like shit. You know what I'm saying?
So does that like
take shots of that?
Yeah, I'm gonna get a refill as well. But fucking so like with all that, you know, like coming back better than you would have expected it, right? Like I know you're still kind of in the. I don't know if you have any more videos or anything like that coming, but
yeah, no, I'm still riding the wave of Mercury for now, just because I am working on like new material and shit. But like I don't want to just like have this like go away by any means.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So what happens, you know, after all that? Like you're working to do on music until you release your next thing. Or? Oh, it's gonna be there for a while, and I'm gonna be here for a while. So
you're saying what?
So are you? Is that what the process is now? Are you kind of just like drop, promote, and then during that time you're still working on music and looking for things to do?
Yeah.
Do you ever see yourself? I know this is kind of a totally left field question to add on to it, but or do you think you'd ever like move out of state or anything like that to like continue the process if that needed? Yeah.
Yeah. So I see myself because when I went to LA in June to film the Young video, I thought about it because like although like the scene out there is like crabs in a bucket, like I went into my homie's studio session and I like met an engineer that's been working with like Chris Brown for like 10 years. And it's like that type of shit like doesn't
rubbing shoulders. Fuck yeah. That's what you go to California for.
You don't just walk into a session of your homies and just like run into an industry person.
Let alone a Starbucks, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
literally. Yeah. And so after that whole trip, it changed my whole perspective on everything. And it was like, okay, like maybe I'll move to LA, but that's like what everyone says. Like, oh, I'm gonna move to LA.
It's a hub or some shit. Yeah.
But so I feel like I moved there in two different circumstances. A, in a positive circumstance where I'm way more popping out of state, and moving to LA just is what makes sense because that's where the industry is. Or two, I hit a ceiling in Phoenix where I can't go beyond it, and I'm still selling out the same number of shows for the same people, and it's like
you're plateauing.
Exactly. Yeah. And I never want to Xoxo.
Right.
And so that would be the situation where it's like, okay, like I am only young once, like I'm willing to like risk it all and like fucking move to a whole new state and try to rebuild everything. But I'm trying to get out of state more as far as like, especially out of state shows. I really want to do more out of state shows because I've only performed out of state twice.
Another question too. So for in the hip hop world, right? Like that being different from the metal world. In metal, when you plan a show or like a tour, right? Like you do like a week and you're like this city, that city, that city, right? Is that what you when you're planning to go out of state? Are you like looking at these things like that where you're like, I'm going here, and but are you taking somebody with you, or are you just like, I'm gonna go here?
Yeah, so it's actually kind of crazy that we are talking about this right now, just because within the past week I've been like offered by a promoter who's like willing to like invest money in me so that we could do these out of state shows. Because I was just telling him about it because he was the first guy to take me out of state. He brought me to Salt Lake City to Utah. I only performed in front of 100 people, but it was a great ass night that I left with like real fans, and it was like a great ass experience. And he like covered like my hotel fee, my food fees, like, all that shit.
That's what's up.
And then the other show was in LA, and I was just ranting to him because it was like, okay, like I've sold out Rebel Lounge, Crescent Ballroom, 51 West, and now Pub Rock. Like I want to get out of state. I want to perform in front of new faces as much as possible. And so he came to me with the proposal of like, okay, well we could hit these cities, which is Denver, Vegas, somewhere in New Mexico, LA, and Portland.
Area 51?
Yeah.
You can't say.
Yeah, I'm about to go perform for the aliens. But yeah, he's like willing to invest in me. So we're gonna try to set up like a mini DIY tour. But I don't even know if I want to call it a tour because it's not like most of my following, most of my streams does come from in-state, like in-state in Phoenix. Like in Phoenix, I'm popping, but out of state, because I haven't been exposed to those people, I'm not popping as much. So like, I don't even know if I want to name it a tour because what we'd be doing is
probing, kind of just seeing what happens.
Yeah, and we'll like we would be putting on other locals from those areas, like dope locals who like kind of match my sound.
Okay, cool.
And so like I'd go a few days early or a week early and try to hustle tickets to people on the street, go to open mics, go to events, try to like get out there and network and see like if I could get anybody to come to the show that Friday or Saturday. But it would be for the most part just performing in front of randoms that the other locals bring in. So that's why I don't really want to call it a tour because like when people see like, oh, Pariah Pete's on tour, they're like, oh, Pariah Pete's popping. But it's like really like it's I'm just getting out there just to do it. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool.
So
that's another thing too I don't really see in the metal world is people go to other people's shows to sell tickets, you know, but it's just like, oh, I'm mostly here to hang out. You know?
I mean, there's the same shit in rap though where people think they're like too cool. And
True.
I hate that shit, to be honest. So.
Yeah, it does keep you down, you know, like professionally, I guess. Yeah. It's crazy.
How long is your album?
It's a very short and sweet album. It's only 7 tracks. Because I picked the best of like my catalog at that moment. It's only 7 tracks and 18 minutes because like I didn't drop music in so long. So like when I dropped something, I wanted people to actually like, and there's a lot of replay value to it, and like the album flow is very important. Like transitions are on point, like everything has purpose and it makes sense. So it's like when I saw those perfect 7, I just didn't feel the need to add an 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th track because I feel like it would just drag on the experience. So what I noticed when I was like sending out the album to people or when people listen to it, instead of them just listening to it once thoroughly, which they can do because it's only 18 minutes, that's like a fucking drive. That's crazy. That's a drive to work or whatever.
Yeah. Well, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, what people would say is like, oh, like I listened to the album like 3 times already, and here are my thoughts, because it was a more like condensed version where like every song was only like 2 to 3 minutes. So I just wanted something short and sweet.
That's really cool.
Because like all the lyrics had a lot of depth and substance to it, so it's like I didn't want to over welcome my stay, especially because I was already saying so much. You know what I'm saying? So.
Is there in the rap world? Is there like because like in metal there's so many subgenres, and like. People like I don't know if you're familiar with metal at all.
Yeah, are you? Actually, yeah.
Not at all.
So, but
no, you never listen to like rock or like System or like any shit like that.
Dude, if I told you guys the one rock album I like,
go for it, dude.
No, you guys would be like, get this fucking kid out the house.
No, dude, go for it.
Nah.
You'll be surprised, bro.
No, it's literally like you won't be surprised by this answer though.
Is it like corn or something?
Can we? Let's both take a guess. What do you?
Yeah, let's guess.
Like, is it like generic rock or is it? Metal
you might call it that. It's definitely not metal. It's definitely
metal.
More rock.
Oh, because my guess was gonna be the black metal from Metallica. That's like
Nah,
The
it's
album that
it's
everyone-
nothing hardcore or I mean, see, I don't even know if
So for you to say the word
Metallica's-
hardcore.
Yeah.
Explain
I'm
the
already
I was about to laugh at that.
I'm
So
already-
I'm calling the
Dude,
Black
you
Album
can
hardcore.
laugh, bro. I
No,
love
it's
it.
funny because it's
My
extra funny,
ignorance-
dude. Yeah.
My ignorance on music outside of rap is like honestly just like something to be like laughed about. So it's
Well,
like,
That's
I'm
cool. That's
way
kind of a
on the
good
other
thing.
side. I don't know anything
Exactly.
about the rap.
Yeah,
so.
this is the perfect place
okay,
to do that.
Just try to guess like
Is it like old, like fucking 90s, 80s or
classic.
something like that?
it's a classic.
That doesn't help, but okay.
But so
Not
okay,
metal.
okay. So what we're gonna do is you both are gonna get 3 guesses.
All right, let's do this.
But
Let's do it.
even if you get it right, I'm not gonna reveal it until after all 3 guesses.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
So we can keep
Not
guessing.
metal.
Not
get,
metal, but it's
Can we
rock.
get like an era?
It's rock, sure.
Yeah,
rock.
give me can you give us
like
an
a
era?
year.
Dude,
time?
I don't-
Like a
to be
decade?
honest, I don't-
How old were you when you were listening to this? When you first started listening?
And was it new?
Yeah, right.
No,
Yeah.
no. It's old. I said it's classic.
Okay.
It's
So, like-
classic. I didn't listen to it for the first time until 8th grade.
And it's embarrassing, so it's not. I'm not gonna say Led
It's not
Zeppelin.
even. It's not even embarrassing. It's not embarrassing to me, but it's just like, oh, like
Strange?
of course
Strange.
you listen to that.
Like a whole album.
I won't
You've
say
listened to the
anything
whole
else.
album.
I won't say anything else.
Okay,
You
all
both
right.
got 3.
You wanna go first?
You could go rapid fire. You could go 1-on-1.
Let's go back one to one.
I'm gonna include.
Go back
Well,
and
I guess
forth.
I already said I can't include it.
It's not metal. It's nothing
Not
hardcore.
metal. It makes it so much harder for me because most of my knowledge is metal.
It's just a soft.
I know, right?
Okay, well here's a.
You want me to start it off?
No, I'll say
Okay, go
Dark Side of the Moon, Pink Floyd.
That's one guess.
That's one guess. Okay. Depeche Mode. Was it
I
Depeche
don't even
Mode?
know what that is.
Okay, it's not
That's one
Depeche Mode.
guess.
All right, and then I'm gonna. I don't know a lot of albums from.
It's not. Go band.
Okay.
Go Brown.
Incorrect.
Yeah. it like you go again. What?
Queen. Is it Queen?
Dude, I said I'm not gonna say.
Oh,
it.
that's right. Then I don't know why
I
I'm
just
waiting.
want to hear what you guys would guess. Because who knows
Let's
what
go
I'll
rapid
maybe,
fire. Shoot one
yeah,
out.
maybe I'll go listen to some of these.
Rush.
Rush. I'm gonna go Modest Mouse for my last one.
Modest Mouse, dude?
I don't know, dude. Matchbox 20.
Oh, that
Do you listen
that
to
actually
metal rock?
that actually helped me
Little
think
bit.
of the
Is this
band
like a
name.
metal rock
That actually
household?
helped me think
Yes.
of the band name. I want to say Blink 182.
Alright, so
Oh,
you were right.
that's-
The first one.
Really?
Yeah, Dark
What was the
Side of
first
Moon.
one? Oh,
my
wow.
God.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
No, that's funny. I've never listened to that ever. So.
Really?
Are you
Yeah, never.
serious?
Dude, really?
Pink
I've
Floyd's my
heard
favorite
like
band.
songs.
Okay, yeah.
Is it
and
serious?
And
Oh, that's
dude,
right, we
I
talked about
appreciate
this.
albums, so it's like those album transitions, dude.
Oh, yeah.
from,
Oh
like,
yeah.
The
I've
entire
never
album is one experience. Where
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like if you listen to Mercury, bro, like even if you don't like enjoy rap or whatever, you'll be able to appreciate that factor that it is one continuous experience, just with different moments.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so Pink Floyd, I always really loved, and it's just because like it's more like smooth and
Oh,
just
yeah.
like pleasing to the ear.
When we were talking
That's
about
cool.
going around walking, listening to music, Pink Floyd is my go-to.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Dude, and like I wish I'd listened to more, and that's why like I say like I hate saying like oh like yeah like Pink Floyd because I can't even say that because I've never even listened to like The Wall or like
That's
That's-
I was literally about to say that because you were saying how like the concept album,
yeah.
the Wall is like the when people talk about
Quintessential.
concept albums, the Wall
Really?
is the concept album.
That's crazy.
Like in all of
Crazy.
history.
Dude, like honestly, and like why I thought it was like a fucking joking matter is because like the first time I listened to that was literally because like me and my homies were smoking and my homies.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
He's like,
Yeah.
bro, he's like, we gotta play Dark Side of the Moon, and I remember.
Did
the
he have
first-
like one of those neon like Hot Topic fucking Pink Floyd posters?
no, but it was close, bro. We were in a dark room with one of those like
The fucking
things that
the
just
lights.
put out the lights.
Oh,
yeah.
that's cool. Yeah.
And we were smoking, and I was in 8th grade, and I had just started smoking weed. And I remember during the intro, I was like scared. I was like, dude, this give me a bad high. Cause it's like
Crazy.
It's like yeah.
And it gets like really.
It's a
smooth
ride.
and shit. Yeah.
Crazy.
But at first, I was like, what is this shit? Because they're like voices screaming and like
Yeah.
that kind of shit. But I really appreciate that album.
Do you watch a lot of movies?
I don't watch a lot, but I've seen a lot of like good movies. Like I feel
Okay.
like I have a good taste in movies.
Do you know about the Dark Side of the Moon matching up with Wizard of Oz?
No.
Yeah,
if
apparently you can play
if you
them
if
side
you
by
start them
side,
at the
right?
same time, the songs and the scenes transition together. It's
Really?
like seamless. It's really
Really?
I heard
Yeah.
that.
Was that like just a major coincidence,
Yeah.
or was that?
Well,
intentional?
I mean, I guess no one really knows, but yeah.
Well, they didn't come out
That's
the same like around the same time.
Oh
did
no, no, Wizard of Oz is like the 50s or something.
they? The 50s.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Oh wow,
It's super old, and
that's crazy.
I think
Dark
Just
Side of the
barely
Moon is
saw
what
it.
69 or something.
no, I think it was like 74.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's crazy. So
It
what
was
about
definitely
you?
the 70s.
What about you in rap? Do you listen? What's your rap level?
Have you heard any rap albums?
I couldn't name any albums, but one there's some groups I know
Damn,
I like.
I love this
like,
table right now.
I mean, the go-to. I feel like maybe the Pink Floyd for rap world is probably Wu-Tang. Everyone knows.
Yeah.
I never listened to
Wu-Tang or like NWA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I like Bone Thugs and Harmony. They have a really cool.
They're super like
flow.
melodic and just different.
Crazy.
And they're honestly like a big factor of like how music sounds today, or not even how it sounds today, but like how it continued to push forward.
It's really fun. Bone Thugs and Harmony. I really like them. It's
crazy.
It's funny, like his cadence at which I don't know the guy's name, the shorter, like higher pitched one.
The other Bone guy.
Yeah, I don't know his name. But,
honestly, I don't even know his name either.
Yeah.
I don't know their music.
But you know which one I'm talking
I've
about.
heard their albums and shit. I've heard their songs.
Yeah.
Right.
It's the first of the month. Get up. It's the first of the month.
The cadence at which he raps when he's really going is almost like a upbeat, positive sounding like breakdown. It's like.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Yeah.
That's how he sounds.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
I feel like the reason I never got attached to music outside of like rap is just because, or I mean, I haven't even given it so much of a chance, but like from what I would think metal music sounds like is like more so instrumentation than it is vocal lyrics.
Yeah, and almost kind of like.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say you would think that, but there actually is like.
Both.
Like even like the death metal world where it's like you just like guttural sounds and you don't really know what they're saying.
Yeah.
There's certain lyricists or like vocalists where they like it's an instrument.
Yeah.
It
Right.
sounds like screaming to like the untrained ear or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you get into it, it's
Dude,
like there's a
that's
tremendous amount of talent that takes to do.
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I bet. I'm not even trying to like discredit it, but it's almost
Pariah
like
Pete
if
hates metal. No.
that would almost be like if I were to play my mom like any rap songs, though I don't even know. What
Exactly,
they're saying. I don't even know
yeah,
what they're saying. Like what?
That's what I heard my entire
Mumble rap.
Yeah.
childhood.
So I'm
about
sure it's the same shit with metal where it's like I'm saying like I don't even know what the fuck they're saying.
Yeah.
So it's just like it takes the certain ear.
It's just choice, really, because I mean, I'm kind of into both, and I chose to get into both. You know what I mean? Like,
That's dope.
I never really had like, oh, this is awesome. Like, I was like, oh, I fucking like how they dress. I want to listen to the, you know, like I was always like, oh, I'm gonna do that, you know. But
Yeah, that's dope though.
yeah,
I think it would help me just musically as a fucking artist if I listened to more stuff that I'm unfamiliar with.
I was gonna ask honestly, because like I said, I've listened to both, and a lot of the times, like, because I write a little bit, but I play guitar a lot more, right? I find it hard to be consistent with what I'm writing because I listen to so many different, like 100% spectrum things. You know what I mean? Like I'll go from like fucking Future to like Morbid Angel. Like it's so like completely 100% like it's different worlds that sometimes I'm like, oh fucking this riff is so heavy and like fast and crushing death metal. This is fucking tight. And then I'll sit down and like start working on some beats. You know what I mean? Like so it's hard for me to stay consistent with my music. So I was gonna ask, do you think not listening to a bunch of other stuff has helped you stay focused on hip hop?
Probably.
Right?
I mean,
yeah,
that
because
makes
I mean,
sense.
yeah, like.
But I still want to just expand my ears, just because like there is something like about those genres, obviously, like that I could potentially not even take, but I could learn from.
True.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
I'm just like I feel like I like smoother shit, which is why like I probably wouldn't like a hardcore like metal band.
Well, that's what he was saying. There's so many like different genres. Like
Yeah.
there's like prog metal.
That's what I was gonna ask. In the metal world, there's a ton of different subgenres, and like when you listen to them outside of the metal world, they probably all sound the same. But to like maybe
People
be
who
an
listen,
Eddie,
yeah.
there's a distinct difference. I was gonna ask, is it like that in the rap world? Is there a lot of different subgenres?
Yeah. 100%.
Absolutely. I mean, there's like the boom bap / like lo-fi shit, which is like
Like
more
Tribe Called Quest, kind of like.
yeah,
fucking-
which is more like '90s music where it's a slower tempo. And
I like the
slower.
lo-fi. Like
words.
there's a lot of the YouTube channels that stream like the lo-fi hip hop. I like that.
Yeah.
Dude, you'd probably like Mercury because I didn't even set out.
Yeah,
to,
I think you would. Yeah.
I didn't even set out to make a lo-fi album by any means, but like a lot of people were like, "Oh, like I like the lo-fi type
Oh, really?
beats."
Mhm.
Yeah, so
I'll
I guess
definitely have
that's
to check it out.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I'll
what like
send
I
it to you.
naturally gravitate to. And then there's also like the dude. There's so many different aspects.
Oh
of
yeah,
rap.
100%.
But it's
There's
like-
like trap that's like really
Yeah, so
almost
there-
like trap would be death metal, which is a thing that only I could say.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like very like fast and upbeat, but it
It's-
can also be dark and.
It's fast, upbeat, dark, less. This might sound like rude or whatever, but like less like conscious lyrics. Like it's more so just like
Yeah.
repetitive about like
Drugs
trapping,
and, like,
sell
ladies
drugs,
and shit like that, yeah.
bitches, What you
Yeah.
got, blah blah blah.
Death metal.
And then there's
I
also
feel
like
the gangster rap would be death metal.
No,
Wait,
because
in the beginning.
Gangster rap is kind of like a broad term where it's like
No.
you don't really know because like gangster rap used to be 50 Cent, but gangster rap today can be considered like
Anything.
like any trap.
Anything,
artist.
yeah. Like it is almost like imagine if you would sing Nirvana as a death metal artist. that's what you can do in hip hop, where it's like you can say the same things that Nirvana is saying, but in this tone and like and around with this kind of music surrounding it, that it makes it this now.
Yeah, like
you know
for instance, like to an ignorant person, like you could consider like Kendrick Lamar a gangster rapper.
Right.
Because,
Yeah.
like,
Exactly.
He talks about where he comes from, but he doesn't hold himself, or like even for his whole entire discography, he's not a gangster rapper by any means.
Right. Yeah.
And then there's also like underground super trap shit where it's like almost like punk inspired to a sense, and like people like Lil Peep who are like almost like some emo rap shit.
And
like,
and Lil Peep he's almost like. Yeah, no, not Lil Peep. I'm thinking of fucking like Lil Skies, right? Lil Skies, he's really like upbeat, but it's almost like underground punk as well. Like he's really like happy, punkish. Like I'm having a good fucking day. Like it's crazy. It's nuts. Yeah.
And then there's like just stuff that's like all in the middle, like a Kanye West or something. Like
right. Yeah.
Does it all, or like a Drake that. Really
like like almost like a mainstream oriented kind of thing.
So there are definitely a lot of different aspects.
And that's why I'm saying that hip hop is really interesting right now, because you're kind of seeing like before it was so traditional, it was like it's got to be more like this, or like what the fuck are you doing, you know? Yeah. But now there's no rules. Like you can literally do whatever the fuck you want, and that's somebody will find it. Like
screaming on tracks with like a distorted 808, which could be comparable to like screaming on a fucking whatever, like on over instrumentation with a distorted fucking guitar or whatever. Like, there's so much going on.
There's fucking dudes here. Do you know about like the Doom Division guys here? Yeah. You ever heard of them? Yeah, those guys are like fucking hardcore. I actually know them too. Do you really? Yeah, they do crazy shit.
Is Jack Acid a part of that?
Yeah, dude, Jack Acid. I love like
that motherfucker went naked on stage.
He was naked on stage, dude. Like 100% naked on stage. He posted an Instagram video, dude. You can see his dick. Like it's crazy.
I'm looking at you, fam. I'm not hating, but I'm not encouraging. I just want to know why.
Bro, it's the aesthetic. It's a beautiful aesthetic. It's art. It's art at this point, dude, because it's like it's the imitation of like.
If I did that, I'd be fucking charged.
Yeah, but the way that he's doing it, right? The way that he's doing it in a warehouse where it's his fans, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, no, yeah, I think that's where I see the value to it, like because I know what he's doing, you know what I mean? Like, I can see what he's paying tribute to, and it's fucking awesome. It's cool to see it like current, you know, because I grew up like watching VH1 and like fucking like history channels about music and shit like that, and like people always talked about all this crazy wild shit that people did back in the 70s and 80s and stuff.
Well, yeah, okay, so you know Danny Brown, right?
Yeah,
he got his dick sucked on stage.
Did he really?
Yeah, when he was coming up. So it's like, I guess, like, because do you know Slave Named Flick? He's a local
right artist. Yeah, did he do that too?
No, but he called out Jack Acid and literally printed like "fuck Jack Acid" tees.
Oh really? Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Because of like what he did on stage.
Really? Oh wow!
So
I thought they were all cool. That's crazy.
It's kind of funny. I think they used to be cool.
Wow.
It's not even none of my business, like talking about that. But like that's literally what he posted. So it's like, I guess it's everyone's business if you're posting it.
Yeah, dude. Whatever you put on the internet,
we don't have to
50%
cut that.
yours. I know.
We are not cutting it.
Feature me. Do whatever you want. Yeah. It's your show. No, I'm just kidding.
No, yeah, definitely rap. It is beautiful because there are so many different things going on.
And there's so many people doing interesting things now. Like it's not just like, oh, hey, I also can do 16s. You know what I mean? Like people are actually doing things.
The only thing I wish for in the local scene right now is that to like kind of just open the doors a little more, where it's like I could go to these shows as like a supporter / fan and like get super hyped for like a Kill Stacy, which is like not even like my field of rap. Mm-hmm. So it's just like I want to see more of
integration.
That. Yeah, more integration, especially on like show lineups.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense that like when you do a show, you want people with similar vibes or even like slightly different, but in the same like thread type shit.
Right.
But I just want to see more like integration, I guess.
Like at shows, you mean?
There's already a lot of integration though, so I guess that's not the proper thing to say, but it's just like.
I think I feel what you're saying, because I've been to some shows where like there was people on it who were like completely left field of each other, and it seemed like they weren't really clicking with each other, the artists. You know what I mean? So I mean, and I don't know if that's necessarily like something that they would need to do, but yeah, like I don't know. I think it's cool to see shows where you kind of get like the best of what's going on in each pocket in Arizona.
Yeah. Dude, I wish you came to that pub rock show.
So did I, dude. Fucking my work schedule is garbage.
Because like honestly, that was like a little bit of like different shit. It was, for instance, like Splash Fuego and Cabin's Q, you know that.
Yeah.
They do like trap, like uppity, just fun shit, bro. Fun party shit that like super melodic, super just upbeat.
Right.
I've never seen them put on a mediocre performance, and I've been seeing them perform for like 3 years. Like they always
Crazy.
They always do a
That's
great
so
ass
cool.
job. They're like 18, 19, 20-year-old kids, whatever age they are, like from Mesa. Like they just turn up everywhere they go and they have fun. So I had them go first just to start with like a punch in the face, and then on my homie Snotty Man, who's like a well-rounded, who has like one of those uppity songs. He has one super rapidy lyrical songs. He has one just fun like grooving songs. Like he kind of does it all and meshes it all in his own way, in a genuine way. I had him go second. And then Shrubhead from 20 Pounds. Shrubhead went with his girlfriend, who's like an R&B artist. So it was like boom bap type ish, lo-fi type ish music with like an R&B artist, which was like a super dope mesh. And then Cafe Pico went right before me, who does like
that's a cool name.
Cafe
I've never
Pico.
heard of that person, but that's a cool name.
Dude,
yeah.
He's such a great performer, and he just has fun up there. I guess more trap inspired, but like I wouldn't even categorize him as trap music, but he just does. Really
it's hard to categorize people nowadays. You know what I mean?
Honest. And then I went. So like that was a little bit of like all different like seeds of what's going on in the scene.
That's cool.
Right now.
I enjoy shit like that.
Yeah, which I did intentionally. Obviously, like I didn't want it to be like the same consistent vibe. Like I wanted it to go here, then that way. Then
right. I think also people's like attention spans are kind of at that place now where you need to do shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, because people do get bored. I've been to so many metal shows where it's like this band is like this band.
Thing.
Yeah,
it's like I like those bands where it's just nonstop double bass. It's just like you take up to here immediately, and then you just stay there. And
exactly. Yeah.
It stays up here, but it feels like it's going like that.
See, it would probably be like more beneficial, just like maybe throw like a softer band first, or like just in the middle, or like whatever. I don't even know
there's still a lot of elitism. I think. Well, I think it's more closeted.
Are there any like metal bands out here like really like running shit?
Kind of.
From Arizona.
Yeah. There's the
biggest. I would say the biggest. I would say the biggest band right now from Arizona is probably Sacred Reich. Honestly, they just dropped that new album.
True, but they're fucking thrash legends from like the 80s.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
Oh, they're grown ass men.
Yeah.
They're grown men. Yeah. But they're doing they're doing big shows in like Europe.
Yeah,
and stuff
my best friend from school, his dad is the vocalist and bassist for this band we're talking about.
Really?
Yeah.
So like when we were younger, I got to go to all these free shows because of his dad.
And I was a big thrash head, so I've always hated him for that. That's
like one of the metal gods is Phil Anselmo. Do you know the band Pantera? You've heard the band Pantera?
I've heard of that.
Right, the lead singer.
He was the vocalist for them.
Okay.
And I met him like 4 times because.
Which is ridiculous, dude.
That's dope.
As a fucking metal fan, that hurts my heart that I didn't. And we were in the same state, and then we knew each other. Fuck you. But anyways, yeah, no, like as far as the local scene, like for bands that are emerging in Arizona, there are finally people who are making things happen, but it's still really early in what's going on around here, you know. So
you think there's gonna be progress and a rise to it?
that's what I'm saying.
Would mean.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's hard to tell right now because there are people who are doing big things and cool things, but it doesn't feel like the way that it feels in the hip hop world. So that's why I couldn't 100% be like, yes, it's gonna blow up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It's
I
hard to say.
Who knows? Who knows what the future holds? Maybe like one day I'll do one of these shows where I'm like, fuck it, I'll throw on a band. I mean, do you know Color 8?
No.
You don't know Color 8?
Uh-uh.
I don't even know how to.
24 colors, right?
I don't even know how to describe Color 8.
Are they local?
Yeah.
Okay.
And do you know Futuristic?
Yes.
Okay, so Futuristic's like the only like established rapper from Arizona right now, where he's gone on tours.
You think Injury Reserve?
Well, yeah, they are.
Actually,
yeah.
I've heard of that guy. I've seen him on YouTube
super fast,
videos.
right?
Yeah, he did the whole fucking.
With, like the prank people.
Yeah, the Compton rapping fast.
Yeah.
Which is actually
like the nerdy rap.
Yeah. It's super dope. Him and I actually like spoke about the Young video, which
really?
was fucking
That's
insane.
like online or?
Yeah.
Okay,
on Instagram, and I literally just DM'd him before I pulled up to this.
That's crazy.
Yeah, where he was like, "Yo, like you got hella potential. Like, what's your number? Let's link."
That's crazy. Cool.
He never texted me or anything, so I was like, "Oh, text me so I can lock you in." But it's super dope, just like have the opportunity to talk to him, and then I've talked to people from Injury Reserve.
Cool.
I've talked with Richie with a T.
Mm-hmm.
I've been talking with him since like late 2017.
Cool. That's crazy.
But Color 8, bro. Color 8 actually went on tour with Futuristic, and Futuristic has done like bigger features. He has the fucking viral YouTube video, so he's the only like really established person from Phoenix right now. And he brought Color 8 on tour, and Color 8, bro, they literally do it all. Like they have some metal songs, they have some rock songs, they have some jazz influenced songs, and then they have some rap influenced songs. They kind of just do it all, and they put on a great fucking performance. So I was thinking of having them on like my next show.
That's really cool.
That's different. You know
I'm definitely gonna check them out.
I've been to.
They do First Friday like every single month. And
okay.
They're always doing shows. They always put on a great it's always a great ass time, and they attract so many different people. Like they attract people like me they'll attract some stranger on the street, and like you guys would probably be able to appreciate and enjoy them as well.
I've only been to 2 rap shows, and the first one, it was a CD drop show for Mega Ran.
I knew it was gonna be an older person when he said CD drop. That's funny. Mega Ran, I know Mega Ran.
Okay.
I shouldn't even be on here dissing him because I know that he actually has like a lot of like a big history and past and shit.
I don't know. That was the first time I'd ever heard him. I just went with a
Really?
friend.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it was him and MC Chris opened for him,
Okay, I don't know who that is.
and he's like a
Fun
video
name.
game rapper guy.
Oh, really?
Okay.
And
When was this?
I don't know,
2016.
it was a while ago. Yeah, probably around there.
Yeah.
And but the band that played before, they actually had a band on with them called Beartooth. But it was cool to see like they had rappers before then, and then a band, and then more rappers, and they had a
Yeah.
band. So it was
Which
cool
is
to-
like definitely shit that I'd want to do too, because like I'm so open to like, all right, like I mean, how many shows can I do with like the same like 3 rappers going like
Right,
first?
right.
Like I want to like continuously change and switch it up so that when I do have people who have been going to my shows and buying tickets from me for my shows since 2017, like I want to give them a new experience every single time.
Yeah, that's cool.
Which is why I make sure to wait to like promote certain shows. Like I don't know if you've noticed, but like I only go hard for specific shows once every 3 to 6 months, where it's like, okay, I'm putting all my energy and selling this venue out, but I'd be performing like all the fucking time. Like I perform tomorrow.
Yeah, see, that I didn't even know that you were even performing other shit besides
Yeah.
the shit that you were promoting.
Dude, yeah, no, literally, like I perform.
That's really cool.
I perform like 2 times a month at least.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, see, I had no. I thought you literally just performed the times that you.
Yeah,
promoting.
like actually like sell tickets and
Yeah.
all that. It's just because
Wow,
like
that's really cool.
my whole thing is like I don't want people. Because I can't guarantee a great ass, a legendary event when it's like someone else's show that they're putting me on.
That's
It's like-
really fucking smart.
So it's like I don't want like a new person to come out and be like, oh, like that was cool. Pete did a good job.
Right. Also,
Right.
another thing too is that like your fans will get burnt out because I've had a lot of times where like
Exactly,
I
dude.
see people promoting every goddamn show and I'm like, I work every weekend, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I just and
Yeah.
like say I make it to one and the next show was fucking way cooler. Like I'm just so upset. Yeah.
Exactly. So I like wait and I choose and pick certain events. Like for instance, like the show that I'm on tomorrow, like I'm gonna post about it one
Right.
time on like my story or whatever. But like it's not like I'm letting all my people know. It's not like I'm selling like 260 tickets for it. Because when I want people, if it's their 5th time seeing me or if it's their first time seeing me, I want them to come and have like a full on experience, like a great ass night.
That's cool.
Which I could guarantee with my shows, but I can't guarantee if it's just like some random like 20-minute set that I'm doing along with like 8 other rappers.
Do a lot of other people do it that way too? Do you know?
Kinda. I mean, I honestly can't speak for that because like, I really don't know. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, because now that I'm
I
thinking
know-
about it, like
I
it's
know
clicking.
Jalopy, I know Jalopy.
I was
kinda
gonna
does
say,
that.
yeah,
But like,
yeah, because I went to a show that he was on, like really late on, like you would think that he was almost headlining, and fucking nobody knew about that show. And I was like, literally, I would think it was me, my girlfriend, and like 6 or 7 other people there for Jalopy, and this was
Yeah.
after he'd done all the crazy shit that he'd done,
Yeah.
and I was like, this is fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
So it's like I pick and choose shows to like really like go hard for, and then like all the other shows, it's just like more of a challenge for me. It's like, okay, I'm gonna come up and I'm going to see like who I can meet tonight or who I could like gain as a supporter or as a listener or as a fan.
That's cool.
Like I enjoy that type of shit like way more.
that's really smart.
Rather than like I was saying like 2 people who it might be their first time seeing me, like I want them to see me at my 100%,
Mhm.
not at me performing in a crowd full of strangers who like may not even be feeling me that much. Like
Right.
you don't really know because that's gonna be a crowd full of strangers. So it's
Right.
like,
That's smart too, because you will catch some people, you know,
yeah.
like through
And
there. You're kind of just throwing a
Yeah.
basket out there or whatever, like
Yeah.
a net.
and by picking the certain shows to promote, it's like since that's only like once every 3 months, like people are like, okay, like let's go to this.
Yeah,
one.
exactly.
Rather than like me posting the show that I do every fucking 2 weeks. And it's like, oh, this guy's always doing shows. Like, we'll
I'll
find
catch him
one thing.
eventually. Yeah, exactly.
Literally.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I've like missed out on bands just being like, oh, I'll see them eventually, and then
Yeah.
like we're never touring Arizona again. You know what I mean?
Seriously.
Yeah, that's very true.
There's this band named Deaf Heaven who they've been one of my
Deaf
favorite bands.
Heaven.
Deaf Heaven.
Deaf
Like
Heaven.
like can't hear.
Deaf Heaven. Okay.
Yeah, Deaf Heaven, who I've been a big fan of for like 5 years now, and
Yeah.
every single time they had come through, I had like just missed or like didn't hear about it in time, you know.
Mhm.
And then last year they played at Crescent Ballroom, and I was able to go, and it was one of the raddest shows I've been to.
Oh yeah.
I got from you saying that I have an idea. Let's do let's drop some fucking like huge death metal names and like just like the fucking fan favorite death metal names and get his reaction on them.
Huh? Oh, the band names?
Yeah, like the band names.
Alright,
So these are names.
For one, I like Death Heaven.
Yeah. Oh,
I thought
That's
it was
not even a death metal name.
yeah.
I thought it was Death Heaven at first, which is like I almost like that more.
Death Heaven. Yeah. Well,
Death-
If you
Death
heard
Heaven?
if
it's
you
probably
heard
been taken as a thing.
Wait,
You know?
okay, but that doesn't really make sense because of like
Death Heaven?
if we're
Well, you
talking-
gotta die to
if
get
we're
to
talking-
heaven.
If we're talking about the concept and the idea of heaven, obviously you die. To
Right.
So Death Heaven's kind of cooler.
Death Heaven.
Plus, given their sound, Death Heaven.
Right.
Is it like super hardcore?
No, it's
No,
not metal,
it's
right?
like really, it's like a combination of black metal and shoegaze music.
Do you know about shoegaze?
Nah, dude.
It's like music that just,
It's like a wall of sound.
it's like a
fuzz,
really
a lot
loud,
of guitar pedals,
distorted, and
yeah.
it's just like, it's like an
Psychedelic?
experience.
It's an experience,
It's like
yeah.
an experience.
Shoegaze is
Psychedelic
really
almost?
cool. You could say
Kinda,
that.
yeah.
It's just
But
it's more
called shoegaze
drony
because
and
like
like
it's, yeah, it's
I
like
feel like I kind of
very drony.
you probably yeah,
Yeah,
exactly
ambient.
ambient, yeah.
I feel like
I
I
think
might
you'd
like
enjoy
that.
that. Yeah.
It's mixed between that and black metal, which is like super high energy.
Black metal just sounds like what it sounds like.
Yeah, like when you
Kinda,
hear like
yeah.
satanic stuff in metal, that's
It's
what
very
black metal
bare
is.
bones,
But they're not
satanic,
satanic.
fast.
It's just that kind of sound.
I mean, so what's up with that whole thing? Like,
What, satanic stuff
Yeah.
in death metal?
That's like
is that like a thing that they're just playing off to, like just because they know that that's like the trend, or is that like
Some
a
people
legitimate,
use it as an
that,
aesthetic.
is that a legitimate thing where they're like actually like
some
doing
black metal
rituals?
There's
bands
both.
are.
There's
Yeah.
both.
Like what's
That's
is it
sketch,
Mayhem
you
that has
know?
like that huge history of like murders and
You
birth
think of
church
Led
burning?
Zeppelin?
Dude,
No. Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
band.
yeah,
called-
yeah.
It's Mayhem. Right?
Mayhem, yeah.
that's
They're-
not
Mayhem-
cool.
Their lead singer like fucking he
He
blew
was-
his head off with a shotgun.
Yeah, he was like super depressed and like crazy guy. He got charged for like a bunch of murders.
Oh yeah, like
Um,
legitimate. Like,
and
yeah.
like legit. He murdered people.
That's not
Uh-huh.
cool.
He
That's not cool at
burned
all.
a bunch of churches down. This was in Norway in like the
Yeah.
80s. And then he killed himself. His bandmates came in and saw it.
That he
And
had killed
they
himself.
made pieces. They made necklaces with pieces
Of
of
his
his skull. This is
And
like
they wear
legit,
them like,
like
this is
like
this
satanic
actually
death,
happened.
like black
and
metal.
yeah. Also, I think it's like a
But that's
cover.
not the norm at all.
They took it's not normal, 100%.
So it's like the
That's like the
This is the-
extreme.
the
and then
worst
the
that
next
it ever
extreme
gets.
is like way down here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, okay. Well,
that shit is.
But
there was a lot of church burnings in Norway.
yeah, but they were like
Why
the-
Norway, bro? What's wrong with Norway?
because
bro?
they were like Vikings.
Metal's
They
a
were
lot
like we're
bigger
fucking.
in Europe.
Yeah, it is.
A
It is.
lot bigger.
Yeah, and so they just took it a lot more seriously. But anyways, yeah, there was a lot of church
So the
burnings
whole
at that time.
satanic thing. Let's talk about it. Because I feel like satanic rituals do be occurring by like the elitists and shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
but I don't think they
They
do
do.
anything. They're
They
more
don't.
for
They don't
fun.
be doing anything, but they be doing satanic shit, like fucking even like the whole like Jeffrey Epstein thing.
Yeah.
Dude, a whole bunch of politicians are fucking pedophiles and having sex with like little girls
Eat
and boys.
pizza
Like,
and shit.
I consider that satanic shit because that's like very
Yeah.
low frequency, like weird shit. That's
It's very
occurring, bro.
like fucking garbage human being things for sure. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it would like because I don't even know anything about like satanic shit. So it's like
Yeah, that's the
let's talk about that.
the rap that the whole metal world gets with satanic stuff is like media.
Mhm.
It's not
Yeah.
really that way.
Okay.
no,
There
it's
was
not.
an extreme
So
thing,
that's
which
kinda
what we
like-
told you about, and then the media covered that, and then
It-
all of the metal
everyone
world got masked
became-
with that.
So that's
Right.
kind of what I said when I was like, is it like a legitimate thing or is it kind of just like a trend that people play off to for like
Exactly.
brand
Yeah, and
or
it's an
yeah.
aesthetic thing. Like people
Like
just
you've
dress
seen
that
bands
way.
with
and
like
they're
the paint on that makes it's called corpse paint.
right.
Yeah.
Like there's a
The
famous
black
band
and
called
white.
Behemoth. They're probably the biggest band that have corpse paint.
Right. Merciful Fate, but that's just me.
Are there
No, like
other-
currently.
Are there
Right,
other,
currently.
Are there other fuck stories of like a bunch of weird shit going on?
Crazy
besides,
shit?
Besides mayhem?
Not really. There was like as I lay dying, the dude tried to get his wife killed, but he was like he tried to
That's
he
not
tried to.
black metal.
It's not black metal, right?
What is that?
Was it the
It's
band?
like fucking
White metal?
heavy metal, I guess.
Yeah.
So
Is-
Oh, okay.
it's more current, like
Was it the band
2007 or some
Gorgoth
shit.
that the vocalist would? I think it was Gorgoth. There was some
Gorgoroth?
band. There was a vocalist that had like a rotted raven in a bag, and before he played a show, he would like
You sniff it, yeah.
Yeah, was
Yeah.
that Gorgoth?
I think I don't know.
I don't know.
Some
There's
fucking
some weird.
black
That's
metal
that's weird.
There's
black
a lot
metal
of shit.
band.
A dead bird?
Yeah, there's a lot of weird shit in black metal, but that's not black metal is such a tiny.
It's
piece
so
that's
weird.
so unpopular
It's
in the like general metal world.
Yeah.
It's just for fucking nerds like us. Like I just like learning about
Yeah.
that shit, but it's not really a popular thing. But
Yeah, because even like I follow this girl that like, to be honest, I don't even know her name, bro.
does she know you're following her?
Yeah. No, she like shows me how to love on my music, which is fucking,
Okay, that's
I don't
cool.
know her name. But like literally, like she always be like posting videos of her like what I would consider like death
Heavier music.
metal or black metal or like whatever metal music, like it's always like very extreme, like just what I would view as extreme. And literally her is like Antichrist, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
So it's like, is that just a thing that people just like play off
Yeah.
of?
Kinda.
It's like it's the thing. Like
If you have,
almost like rappers doing the whole like drug dealer.
yeah, 100%. That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
It's kind of like how in rap, like people like. I'll use the example of like old moms.
Mm-hmm.
See metal as all satanic stuff. Old moms see rap as all drug dealers. And
Yeah,
millionaires.
that's what it is.
But it's not that way.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Honestly, everybody, a lot of people in the metal world, they are very generally friendly, like super cool, like chill people. Yeah, it's weird. There's a lot of drugs,
Just a lot of, like,
in certain pockets, but
Yeah.
it is. It is a lot of misconceptions. But anyways, let's give them some names real quick. So there's have you ever heard of the Faceless?
Dude, I 120% guarantee I don't know any of these. So,
Yeah, the
so
Faceless
just
is a
start
big
naming
deal.
names,
The Faceless
and
is a big deal.
I'm going to say the first thing that comes to mind. The Faceless?
Okay, the Faceless, yeah.
That one's just like...
Are we going for
okay.
extreme names or what?
Let's go for names that are like
Just
if you
whatever
listen to
will-
metal, you're like, oh, that band's the shit. Like the Faceless, you know what I mean? Or like fucking like Black Dahlia Murder. Have you ever heard of Black Dahlia Murder?
Dolly Murder?
The Black Dahlia Murder.
Okay. No.
No, nothing.
Okay, I'm not going to know any of these.
What do you think about that name? What does that sound
That
like?
was cool.
Yeah.
Dying fetus.
Thank
That
you.
one's extreme.
It's very extreme music.
See, shit
Yeah.
like that is like far more like the dying fetus.
Right. Yeah.
Rather than the Black Dahlia Murder.
Right, and
I
Black-
don't even know what that means, dude.
Yeah,
But
that's
the dying
funny.
fetus, like I get a visual.
Right. Yeah. That's so true. I think
Decrepit birth.
Huh?
Decrepit birth.
I don't even know what decrepit means.
Like,
like-
fucked up, like
yeah.
decaying almost. Yeah.
Decrepit, it's like an old man that's just like...
Decrepit
Yeah,
birth.
they're decrepit.
Decrepit birth. Yeah.
All these names are just like so, the
Yeah.
faceless murder.
The Faceless originally was supposed to be the Faithless, but their name got misspelled and they just stuck with the
Faceless.
Faceless. Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
The Faithless.
I like that.
originally.
I
The
like
Faceless,
that.
yeah, dude.
The faceless.
That's me and that dude over there. All-time favorite band. The Faceless.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What are some other names?
You ever heard of Metallica?
Dude,
You never listen to Metallica?
I've never listened to
No, not even like
Or,
the
like,
popular
Led
shit or
Zeppelin
whatever.
like-
Oh, dude, you gotta listen to Led Zeppelin.
I don't
Some
even know if
good
those
shit.
are in the same category.
Not really. But, I mean,
What,
I guess.
Metallica and Led Zeppelin?
Yeah, like popularity, I guess.
Oh yeah, they're
A little
both
bit.
popular.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Led
Dude, you
Zeppelin's
gotta
like
listen to Led
classic
Zeppelin.
rock.
Yeah.
That's like smoother shit, and then Metallica as well. Just like more.
It's
Just
aggressive.
See,
more
I've probably
aggressive, yeah.
heard like Metallica songs through like playing like fucking whatever
video games or whatever.
and shit.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like
The
walking
new
through
Metallica
strip malls.
sucks.
Or
Their
something.
first 4 albums are good. Everything else sucks.
True.
In my opinion. But
Also, funny enough, Led Zeppelin, like you wouldn't think, but their guitar player is an actual satanic person. Like,
Is he?
Yeah, he's a Satanist.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but-
yeah. He bought like when they recorded like their super famous album, he bought Aleister Crowley's house, and that's where they did all the recording. I
Really?
think he still owns it. Yeah, Aleister Crowley was like a really big part of like Satanism back when
Yeah.
it was like first beginning. Yeah, yeah. He did a lot of like conjurings and all this crazy shit. Fucking that guy. Yeah.
It's just so
And it's fucking Led Zeppelin. Who would think Led Zeppelin of all people, right?
Yeah.
But, yeah.
interesting.
It's a crazy world, huh? All right. So we're gonna call it right there, bro. It's been fucking like this is. I
On
think
a
this
weird
is.
note.
Dude, this is all the podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, this has
How long-
been-
How long is that?
I'm not sure I can tell you, but this is definitely the longest podcast that we've ever done. It doesn't give me a time. But
Alright, that's lit.
yeah, that's it. Let's
You know what I'm saying? It's Pariah Pete, Pariah like Mariah with a P.
There you go.
Mercury,
Pete like Pete, like regular Pete.
Pete like Pete, Mariah like a P. Mercury available on all platforms. I appreciate y'all having me. This was
Yeah,
fun.
dude, this
Oh,
was
yeah.
so much fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hopefully we'll get you back another time.
Yeah, bro.
Talk a little
I'm
bit
with
more.
it. I'm with it. We can talk about more band names and my reactions.
More
to
weird
them.
shit. Yeah.
And hopefully,
Alright.
maybe by then I'll learn more about
There you go.
other
Yeah.
genres. That
There
we
you go.
speak about, so.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys. And...
Take care, motherfuckers.